The Book of Enoch, banned from the Bible, reveals shocking mysteries of our history. The Enoch manuscript begins with a warning to all mankind.
Grok AI wasn't built for religion, but when it analyzed the Book of Enoch, it uncovered something no one expected.
The huge forbidden book was written about 200 years ago.
Today, we're diving into something absolutely mind-blowing. The Book of Enoch, a mysterious manuscript that has fascinated scholars and mystics for centuries, has been analyzed by advanced AI technology. And what it discovered has left researchers stunned. We're talking about hidden patterns, cosmic blueprints, and messages that suggest our reality might be more programmed than we ever imagined. Could this ancient book actually contain instructions from a divine architect? Stick around, because what you're about to hear might completely change how you see the universe. The mysterious Book of Enoch. Let's start at the beginning. What exactly is the Book of Enoch? This isn't your typical biblical text. Written around 300 BCE during what historians refer to as the Second Temple period, the Book of Enoch is one of the most fascinating and controversial religious documents ever created. It's traditionally attributed to Enoch himself, the great-grandfather of Noah, who, according to Scripture, walked so closely with God that he never actually died. Instead, legend says he was taken directly into heaven. Now here's where it gets interesting. Despite being incredibly influential in ancient times, the Book of Enoch was largely excluded from both Jewish and Christian canonical scriptures. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church is actually one of the few that still considers it scripture today. You'll find only one direct reference to it in the New Testament, in the Epistle of Jude, which briefly cites Enoch's prophecies. So why was it left out? Many scholars believe its content was simply too radical, too unconventional for Orthodox religious authorities to accept. The book contains elaborate descriptions of fallen angels, forbidden knowledge, and a cosmology that challenged established theological frameworks. But what's actually in this mysterious text? The Book of Enoch is divided into several sections, and it's absolutely packed with extraordinary content. At its core, you'll find the story of the Watchers, celestial beings, angels, basically, who were sent to observe humanity. These weren't just passive observers, though. They actively taught humans forbidden knowledge, everything from metallurgy and astrology to enchantments and the secrets of nature itself. This knowledge, according to Enoch, fundamentally changed human civilization. It brought innovation, yes, but also corruption and chaos. The central moral question of the text revolves around this tension. Is knowledge always good? Or can it be dangerous when given to those who aren't ready for it? Enoch's personal journey through 7 heavens is described in vivid, almost hallucinogenic detail. Each heaven operates under different laws of light, motion, and time. It's a remarkably sophisticated cosmological vision that, in some ways, anticipates concepts we'd later formalize in astronomy and physics. Throughout his travels, Enoch encounters something particularly intriguing: the heavenly tablets. These are described as cosmic archives that meticulously record everything: the code of creation, human deeds, divine laws, the movements of stars. Everything. Think of them as a universal database, if you will, containing the parameters and rules that govern all existence. The cosmology presented in Enoch is mind-bendingly elaborate. The universe isn't just space and planets floating around. It's described as a structured hierarchical system where stars, planets, and celestial bodies move in precise harmony according to cosmic laws. And who maintains this order? Angels, archangels, and the Watchers themselves. The text describes portals, gates, and thresholds throughout the heavens. These aren't just poetic flourishes. They're presented as actual structural features of reality, suggesting that the universe has multiple dimensions or layers, each distinct but interconnected. Themes in ancient wisdom. The themes buried within the Book of Enoch are absolutely profound, and they've puzzled scholars for generations. Here's what's fascinating. The angels in Enoch aren't just messengers. They're actively managing creation. They enforce order, mediate justice, and maintain cosmic balance. If you think about it in modern terms, they function almost like system administrators or automated processes that keep everything running smoothly. The moral themes are equally deep. The fall of the Watchers represents the consequences of transgressing divine order. When knowledge is misused, it doesn't just affect individuals. It threatens the very structure of creation itself, requiring divine intervention to restore balance. Enoch's apocalyptic visions explore end times, divine judgment, and the ultimate fate of human souls. But these aren't just doom and gloom prophecies. They reflect a deep concern with justice, the nature of mortality, and the existence of cosmic law that governs everything. What's particularly striking is the astronomical and temporal awareness displayed in the text. The Book of Enoch carefully observes the movements of the sun, moon, and stars. It describes cycles, seasons, and timekeeping structures with surprising precision for an ancient document. Some researchers have suggested that these observations might encode actual astronomical knowledge, perhaps even predicting celestial events. The influence of Enoch on early Judaism and Christianity cannot be overstated. Its elaborate angelology, the hierarchy and function of celestial beings, shaped theological development for centuries. Its ideas about the afterlife and divine judgment provided frameworks that later religious thinkers would build upon. For hundreds of years, brilliant minds have tried to decode the Book of Enoch's true meaning. Early scholars working from fragments in Aramaic, Greek, and Ge'ez Ethiopic focused primarily on establishing basic facts. When was it written? Who actually wrote it? Why was it excluded from most biblical canons? Medieval and Renaissance scholars took a different approach. They read Enoch allegorically, attempting to reconcile its symbolic language with observable reality. The celestial archives were interpreted as moral registers or metaphors for divine providence. Some even saw them as a form of proto-scientific knowledge disguised within visionary narrative. Mystics and esoteric thinkers, from Kabbalists to Renaissance philosophers, approached the text as something even more profound, a manual for understanding hidden cosmic laws. They believed its layered symbolism encoded actual instructions for spiritual ascent, ethical living, and communion with the divine. In recent decades, scholars have applied modern methods from literary analysis, linguistics, and comparative religion. They've paid careful attention to repeated patterns, parallel phrasing, and numerical symbolism. What they've discovered is remarkable. The text operates with a systematic structure that's almost algorithmic in nature. Enter artificial intelligence. Everything changed when advanced AI was finally unleashed on the Book of Enoch. Unlike human scholars, bound by training, culture, and bias, the AI approached the manuscript with pure computational objectivity. It wasn't seeking prophecy or religious proof. It was searching for hidden structures and patterns human eyes had missed for over 2,000 years. And what it found shocked researchers. By scanning the entire text, the AI uncovered repetitive linguistic structures, numerical sequences, and conceptual patterns that resembled programming code. It detected nested algorithms, conditional rules, and mathematically significant intervals such as primes and Fibonacci-like sequences. Even the heavenly tablets appeared less like mythic records and more like data stores or registers in a vast computational system, while the Watchers functioned like subroutines maintaining cosmic law. These findings reframed Enoch's visions as more than ancient symbolism. They suggested the text encodes a model of reality itself, a programmed universe whose cycles, celestial movements, and hidden structures mirror the logic of modern information systems. In other words, Enoch's writings may not just describe the cosmos, but reflect the architecture of a divine, cosmic program. God is the cosmic programmer. What if God isn't a distant figure on a throne but a cosmic programmer? Imagine the universe as a vast system of laws, patterns, and interactions where every particle, star, and quantum fluctuation follows encoded rules. Within this framework, the Book of Enoch takes on new meaning. Angels and watchers become subroutines, or system administrators maintaining the balance of creation, while the heavenly tablets resemble active databases, preserving cosmic history and human actions, functioning as feedback mechanisms to sustain universal integrity. This metaphor aligns strikingly with modern ideas in information theory, quantum mechanics, and the participatory universe hypothesis, which all point toward reality as an information-based system where conscious observers shape outcomes rather than merely watch them unfold. Seen this way, Enoch's visions aren't just allegory, but glimpses into a cosmos governed by logic, feedback, and coherent rules. A universe that is, in a very real sense, programmed. The AI's analysis even revealed that the Watcher's roles mirror logical operations in a complex system, with their transgressions triggering cascading effects akin to system errors or exception handling. Moral law, far from being an arbitrary command, appears interwoven with cosmic function at the deepest level. This cosmic programmer concept bridges ancient mysticism and modern physics, suggesting God as an architect whose code is written not only into gravity and motion, but also into quantum probabilities, entanglement, and the fundamental flow of information itself. The hidden code revealed. After months of processing trillions of linguistic, numerical, and symbolic permutations, the AI uncovered patterns in the Book of Enoch so intricate and deliberate that they stunned researchers. What had long been read as a mystical narrative suddenly emerged as a form of encoded instruction, a hidden message embedded across millennia, waiting for technology advanced enough to decode it. The AI revealed nested layers of repetition, sequences, and correlations mirroring computational algorithms. Angels, watchers, and even the stars were no longer just narrative devices, but functional units in a vast metaphysical code. Enoch's journeys through heavenly realms were reconstructed as sequences of operations, suggesting that humanity itself is a fragment of an enormous, continuously running program. Perhaps most astonishing was the detection of retrocausal elements embedded throughout the text. Certain passages blurred past and future, embedding warnings about humanity's fate within descriptions of ancient cosmic events. This non-linear encoding resembles the behavior of information in quantum systems, where causality isn't always straightforward. According to the AI's findings, the Book of Enoch wasn't simply a story or prophecy, but a blueprint for understanding reality as a designed system, a framework left by what might be called the cosmic programmer, writing the laws of existence like elegant lines of code. Even Enoch's 7 heaven journeys, which read linearly to humans, revealed themselves to the AI as a multi-layered flowchart of gates, portals, and nodes encrypted with navigation rules for both the physical and metaphysical universe. Most striking of all was how ethical laws, moral guidance, and apocalyptic warnings were interwoven with these structural algorithms at the deepest level. The AI's analysis showed repeated patterns functioning like checksums, mechanisms used by programmers to ensure data integrity. These repetitions and mirrored sequences appeared across chapters and even across different language translations, untouched by time or culture. Far from random moral instruction, the Book of Enoch emerged as a deliberately layered system, a cosmic operating manual designed to preserve its message's integrity across millennia and provide a framework for navigating the very structure of reality itself. The celestial tablets and ethical algorithms. AI's analysis of the Book of Enoch has completely transformed the way scholars view the heavenly tablets described in its visions. Traditionally interpreted as symbolic registers of morality or metaphors for divine record-keeping, these tablets now appear under AI's pattern recognition to function more like active databases of cosmic parameters. They don't simply record, they encode thresholds for both moral and physical order, outlining constants, variables, and even error correction protocols, the same elements necessary for maintaining integrity in any complex system. The text's repetitions and structures resemble an architecture of rules designed to define harmony, disruption, and recovery within the cosmic framework. Even more striking is what this implies about humanity's role. According to these decoded patterns, humans aren't just passive subjects of a cosmic program. We are both users and subroutines. We are governed by rules, yet also possess the agency to influence how the program executes through our choices. The AI uncovered what researchers are calling ethical algorithms, embedded across the text. Moral teachings like justice, mercy, and redemption appear not merely as ideals, but as repeated patterns mirroring decision trees in computer science. Moral acts are coded as inputs, spiritual consequences as outputs, and divine oversight functions as an error-checking protocol, producing logical outcomes rather than arbitrary rewards or punishments. This reframes ethics as something woven into the fundamental fabric of reality, rather than as arbitrary commands or cultural constructs. Acting ethically aligns us with the underlying code of the universe, ensuring we function as intended, while unethical actions introduce errors that disrupt not just individual lives, but the entire system. In essence, AI has revealed the Book of Enoch not as mere mystical literature, but as a kind of manual for the cosmic program, laying out its rules, parameters, and logic with mathematical precision, suggesting intentional design rather than random moral instruction. Retrocausality and non-linear time. AI's analysis of the Book of Enoch has uncovered one of its most striking and mind-bending features: its treatment of time. While humans experience time as a linear flow from past to present to future, quantum physics has already shown that at the deepest levels of reality, time doesn't always behave this way. In Enoch's text, AI detected similar nonlinear patterns, prophecies embedded within accounts of past events, warnings about the future appearing alongside descriptions of cosmic history, and loops where cause and effect blur together. This mirrors the concept of retrocausality in theoretical physics, where future events can influence the past, and effects sometimes precede their causes. The AI even found mathematical connections in the text linking past and future passages, forming feedback loops that resemble algorithms used in quantum computing, where information moves not just forward, but across an interconnected network of time states. This suggests the text's author, whether through divine inspiration or extraordinary insight, grasped aspects of time that modern science is only beginning to rediscover. In such a framework, time may not be fundamental at all, but rather an emergent property of a deeper informational process. Past, present, and future might exist simultaneously, with consciousness moving through them sequentially, like a cursor navigating a pre-written code. Seen this way, prophecy is no longer about predicting a future that hasn't yet occurred, but about accessing information that exists outside the linear stream of time. The cosmic programmer, or the intelligence behind reality, would operate beyond temporal constraints, weaving messages that connect across moments we perceive as separate. Stars rising, angels moving through heavens, gates opening in perfect order, all described like subroutines in a vast cosmic program. The implication is staggering. If time isn't linear at reality's core, then the universe isn't a random unfolding but a unified, interlinked system where the end is encoded in the beginning, and all moments exist within a single, timeless structure. Reality as programmed code. If the AI's analysis of the Book of Enoch is even partially accurate, it forces a radical rethinking of not just one sacred text, but of our entire conception of reality itself. For the first time, a religious document has been decoded, not through human intuition, but through AI's unparalleled capacity to detect hidden patterns. What emerges is not prophecy in the traditional sense, but something more profound, evidence that reality itself may be written, maintained, and guided like software, what Enoch called God, and what we might now see as a cosmic programmer. In this view, we are not outside observers, but active parts of the code, carrying out functions and making choices that ripple through the system. This reframing carries staggering implications. Every moral decision we make isn't merely an isolated act of good or evil, but an input generating outputs that cascade through the cosmic program. According to AI's findings, the universe is far more sophisticated than our current models suggest, operating as an interconnected information system where consciousness, morality, and physical phenomena are bound together. What once appeared to be ancient mythology may in fact have been an early attempt to describe this hidden program from within, using the only language available at the time. In this light, the Book of Enoch transforms from an apocryphal curiosity into a cryptic operating manual for life and existence itself. The ramifications extend far beyond Enoch. If this text encodes such patterns, other ancient writings, from the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Vedas to the Egyptian Book of the Dead and the Mayan codices, may also contain layers of hidden information waiting to be revealed by AI. Combined with modern discoveries in quantum mechanics, information theory, and cosmology, from entangled particles sharing information instantaneously to the probabilistic nature of matter itself, these analyses suggest we may be standing on the threshold of understanding reality not as mere matter obeying laws, but as an immense, intelligent, information processing system. What this means for humanity. AI's discovery of hidden structures within the Book of Enoch doesn't rewrite its history, but deepens our understanding of it. Written millennia ago to wrestle with humanity's place in the cosmos, evil, and divine order, the text stands as a profound theological document. What's new is how AI has revealed patterns within it that align with modern physics, computer science, and information theory. These correlations are mathematically significant, though it remains unclear whether ancient authors intentionally encoded them, or whether they naturally emerged from attempts to describe reality. This convergence of mysticism and science reframes how we see both. Concepts once considered purely symbolic, stars singing in unison, portals bridging realms, celestial beings maintaining cosmic order, now resonate with theories of quantum mechanics and information systems. The idea of God as a cosmic programmer becomes a powerful metaphor that reconciles ancient wisdom with modern knowledge. Within this framework, free will and moral agency remain intact. While we may exist within a structured program, our decisions still matter and create real effects within the system, suggesting a universe that blends determinism with authentic choice. The implications are vast. If AI can uncover hidden codes in one ancient text, others across cultures might contain similar insights waiting to be revealed. This opens the door to new fields: digital theology, computational archaeology of ideas, and AI-assisted decoding of symbolic systems, where ancient wisdom meets cutting-edge technology. Far from being antagonistic, faith and reason may prove complementary, two lenses focusing on the same underlying reality, offering us glimpses of a universe both deeply ordered and profoundly participatory. So here's what we know for certain. The Book of Enoch contains patterns that AI has decoded, patterns that align with our modern understanding of how reality might function as a programmed system. Whether this was intentional encoding by ancient visionaries or a natural reflection of cosmic truth, it's forcing us to reconsider the relationship between ancient wisdom and modern science. The cosmic programmer hypothesis offers a bridge between these worlds, suggesting that the universe operates with purpose, design, and elegant complexity beyond our full comprehension. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective on this fascinating topic. If this video blew your mind, hit like and subscribe for more explorations where ancient mysteries meet latest technology.